she's a baller for real. So, but yeah, man.
I mean, well, this
So many
Rose
hip
Garden.
play. And my bad. I don't even think she never hit her on her hip. She hit her on her leg, bro. And then she just
Yeah,
flopped down.
it was. It's buckets getting bows. That's all. Buckets giving bows. That's all it is.
Throw them bows, Cadillac grills, Cadillac feels. Check out the jealousy that Caitlyn feels. So do y'all feel like
Oh,
the
okay, come on.
WNBA?
Bars.
I got froze for a minute, so I had time to reset. Just like
Real rap raw. So now go ahead.
I was almost,
DeMarco.
hey man, I was about to say my stuff is real, my stuff is raw. It's all in it.
Hell, bro. I tell you.
And you can't eat
No one
cookies
want to hear about
without,
your cookies, bro.
I say, and you can't eat cookies without. All right. Is there
Come
more
on.
jealousy towards Caitlyn in the NBA? I mean, in the WNBA. Oh, this is how you know that the NBA is a little bit soft because I keep saying the NBA. But is there? Do you feel like there's more jealousy towards her being the number one pick and coming into the league with all of this? She bringing all of this media attention to the league. When you have ladies that's been in the league for decades and they've been trying to make their name now, and now they're reaping the benefits of this young rookie coming in.
I'm gonna say yes and no. I'm gonna say yes first because of what the media is doing to Caitlin Clark. Even today, when I posted something in the WNBA chat, they said that the Indiana Fever are about to that Caitlin Clark is about to break a record that the Indiana Fever has, and it's about the attendance. I'm like, dog, isn't that a team record as well? That's not just her record. That's also goes towards the team. I get it because she's the star player, but and then you got to look at some of the stuff that's been said as well. Think about what Charles Barkley said about her being able to get them on flights and stuff like that. Stuff like that. Yes, that's going to create jealousy because there's unwarranted attention on her. It's stuff that I'm pretty sure she's not coming into the league thinking, oh yeah, this is because of me. She don't seem like that kind of player. I don't think she's even said that in any of her stuff. It don't seem like that's who she is. And even today, in the media, Angel Reese had replied to something that was about that. She was like, "Well, it's not just Caitlin Clark; it's me too. You know, it's you got Cameron Brink. There are other young ladies as to why the WNBA is getting to where it is. Yes, Caitlin Clark highlights that because she's the number one overall pick. We know what she did in college. She was a star. We understand that, but there are other stars within the WNBA that also are helping this league. So there is some jealousy and there's some frustration because it's like, why is it just now? Why is this just now happening now? Because Tomo, you made this comment about Asia Wilson finally now getting a signature shoe. Why didn't she get that before Caitlin Clark got into the league? She's been with Nike for a while. So why all of a sudden now she's getting a signature shoe because Caitlin Clark has a signature shoe? So I think that is there. But also, I don't think any of this happening is because they're jealous of her. It's the WNBA. Everyone's going to be physical. I think that's what we've all been saying. Everyone's going to be physical. And Kennedy, this is just who she is. It's just who she is. I don't think she has any serious like hate towards Caitlin Clark because she, like you said, Joe, she felt like that about Sabrina when Sabrina was drafted over her. She felt the same way then. This is just how some players are. Can someone name me another situation where it seemed like that Caitlin Clark was being unfairly treated in the game? You really can't. It's the same way. If you look at everyone else is getting hard fouled. Everyone is getting checked. She's getting picked up 94 feet. Yes, but that's because she's a threat offensively. Now, this one thing I gotta disagree with Kennedy. She said all she does, she's just a 3-point threat. Come on now. She's not just a 3-point threat. She's a playmaking threat as well. I get it. She's a high turnover player right now. She's a rookie, so it's not going to be easy for her to be a playmaker her first time in the league. The game is a lot faster. It's a lot more physical. It's not going to be exactly the same as it was in college. And this is exactly what Diana Taurasi was alluding to when she said that after UConn lost to Iowa. She said that this game is going to be a lot more physical. It's going to look good when you balling against 17, 18, 19-year-olds, but it's going to be a different league. It's going to be different when you get to WNBA, and it's different now. So it's not. She is a 3-point beast. Don't get me wrong, but are we forgetting the kind of passes she was given in college and the kind of passes she's been doing in the WNBA? She's a playmaker as well. She's not just a 3-point shooter. This is almost exactly what they said about Steph. They said Steph was just a 3-point shooter, and that was not the case. Steph can shoot, he can drive, he can pass. That's not all she can do. Let's be honest. If you don't like, let's be honest about the players you're going up against. Just be honest about that. She's not just a 3-point shooter. So I don't. Yes, there is some jealousy, but no, there's not. It's not jealousy all around the league. There's going to be some people that are jealous, of course. Look at what happened to, like Joe said. Look at what happened to LeBron when he first got into the league. His whole team was jealous of him. His whole team was going on him. They said that he should be along for the ride. No, y'all along for the ride with him. He's clearly the best player on the floor.
Y'all first overall for a reason. You
Exactly. Exactly. He need to. I think they said that he need to, ride out ship. What ship? Y'all weren't going anywhere. Y'all was sinking. So come on, man. You gotta relax, man.
Remember that.
That was a bar, Dave. That was a bar.
I'm just saying. It's just you gotta be honest about who you're going up against. That's one thing I don't like about certain players in sports, period. You're not honest about who you're going against. You're doing it because you just don't like them. Be honest about what it is. If you don't like it because of certain attention, just say that. Just say that. So for me, like I said, it's yes and no. I'm more so going along lines of no, because I don't think it's league wide where it's jealous of her. But there are some that are jealous, of course. And I believe, whether some people believe or not, some deserve to be because of the attention she's getting. And some should have gotten that attention before. But I mean, you can't blame her. She's a baller. She and you look at if you look at the NBA, it's a 3-point shooting league. If you look at what Caitlin Clark is doing, she's doing something that's not what the WNBA is about. It's not a 3-point shooting league. And she's coming and firing from half court. So she's kind of sort of changing the game like Steph Curry did. So you got to understand that.
Which makes me think, why Under Armour ain't give her a phone call? But look, that's another story for another day. I agree with what you're saying, and we're agreeing a lot on this topic because, again, we were the first one. I'm gonna say we were the first ones on YouTube to actually start doing. There may be somebody else with a YouTube page who was dedicated to the WNBA, but they don't got a network. So look, I'm gonna address one more thing. Hey, Tay, side note, the Mystics not giving it to Aaliyah Edwards. They're trying to give the franchise to Shakira Austin, and that's probably why they didn't draft Angel Reese. But we'll talk about that in the WNBA chat. Yes, there's jealousy for some players, but when you think of the WNBA, my question is more so, before Caitlin got here, who would you say was the face of the WNBA? I'm asking y'all.
The Las Vegas whole team. It's like, nah, it wasn't really. Listen, I'm not a huge fan, but in my knowledge, there's not one person that's a face. Okay. To my knowledge.
The only person I could possibly think of is Asia Wilson, and that's because of her personality, more so, and because she's winning, and they won back-to-back championships. But before that, you can't really say that there was one. You had players that were in there like Skylar Diggins-Smith. You had Maya Moore. You had Candace Parker, but there was really no face of the league. You just had star players.
I knew Tay was gonna say that, but no, I agree with y'all. I would say some people would say that Asia Wilson was starting to become more of the face because when the Aces were winning, and at the rate that she was turning up when they was winning, a lot of people were starting to gain appeal towards that team. And then Candace Parker goes down there, and y'all all know what Candace Parker does with the inside the NBA and just how her media presence is. So now Caitlin shows up. To me, I'm thinking, well, if Asia's not saying anything about it, then why is everybody else upset? Because again, I'm the rising star in this moment. That's kind of like if I'm Jason Tatum, and now I'm Jason Tatum. I'm supposed to be the face of the league. Now everybody talking about Aunt Edwards out of nowhere. Like, hey, I've been to the finals. Like, I'm battle tested. Y'all talking about this guy who can't even really get out the playoffs. Like, he just got here. Or Ja Morant showing up. Like, he can't even stay in the league. Like, I should be upset. But y'all don't see nobody in the NBA doing that. They all like, look, we're going to get out there and we're going to ball for it. If I'm Joker, you think I'm upset that everybody want to say all of a sudden say Luka's the best player in the world if he win the finals? I mean, back to back. Like, come on now. Y'all really just going to say he the best player in the world now because he about to win one ring? All right, cool. Y'all got it. But again, there's going to be a little bit of jealousy because, again, it's competition and everybody wants to be the best at it. Now, one person I ain't going to say is jealous, but one person that I do see being compared a lot, and technically the WNBA should do more about this, is normally when people get drafted, it's always the 1 and 2 that's compared. I've never seen it where it's like the 1 and the 7 or the 1 and the 5. And when it comes to like Angel Reese, she's fighting for that spot because she like, I should have been the second pick in the draft based upon like how y'all treating this media run. Because it's really the media that's stirring this whole thing up. It's like making people want to seem like they jealous. The interview with Diana Taurasi coming out saying, yeah, it's going to be more physical. And then they wait 2-3 months later and come back and say, did you mean what you said? She's like, yeah, I'm doubling down on it. Again, that's the media bringing it back. They trying to drive this narrative of like people don't like this girl. When technically they like, nah, this is just what our league is. Y'all just got here. So half the stuff that everybody's flipping out about, they like, come on, bro. This is new to y'all, but this is life for us. So get over it. She be all right next year when she out here dropping 40, and then y'all gonna be right back over here on some, oh, remember her rookie season? Nobody even gonna talk about it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to January for using this reference before. But in the words of Craig from Friday, yes, I think there is some jealousy. Obviously, not everybody jealous, but there is some jealousy. I mean, she's a new kid on the block. Y'all ever been to school and a new kid coming? We were boys one day. You got a new kid. I was a new kid a lot. I transferred a whole bunch when I was a kid. Y'all saw my story. You know, all the schools I went to. But y'all been you've been a new kid show up, or it's a new boy that show up and all the girls with him all of a sudden. You're like, bruh, what's going on to do this guy here? He's not even all that. That man ain't even all that. What? I'm telling you, that's what's going on right now. She's a new kid on the block. And then one thing about it will be the worst. This dude show up. He not even he humble as a mom. He don't talk trash. He don't say I'm this and that. He just chilling. All the girls just like him, and you don't like this dude because it's just the girls like him. And that's what's going on. Caitlin Clark is so humble. She not even tripping off. She ain't saying nothing about her being a phase and none of that stuff. She just out there playing, trying to win, trying to learn it in WNBA. But obviously the media got to find a face of the league, and they got, which she kind of is. Like, she's the reason why more eyes are watching. Let me say that. More eyes. I don't know about most, but more eyes, right? Because there were already eyes watching. But I did have a problem with Angel Reese's comment, Dave. I know you mentioned it. I have a problem with it. Why do you have to mention that? Like, why do you have to say that you are part of the wave? But once again, Caitlin Clark haven't mentioned it at one time that she's part of this whole reason why everybody's saying it for her. But what y'all just say? AJ ain't say nothing. AJ ain't taking no credit for all the views. AJ is trying to win. She's just trying to win her another ring. And that's why Angel Reese interview. I'm like, dang, Angel, like, do you really worry about this stuff? That was my first thought. It was like, yo, do you really care about what like who gets the credit? Like, do you really care about that? Just go focus on winning, and you will get the credit. But still, like Dame Lillard, when he came into the draft, nobody thinks he's gonna be rookie of the year. He balled out, became rookie of the year. Now Dame Lillard, one of the most famous NBA players in the league. He made top 25 only because of his reputation, in my opinion. He's a great player, but I don't think he's top 25. But you know what I'm saying? So you can play your way into those conversations. You don't have to force yourself in the conversation with yourself. So I didn't really like that comment. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. All right. And then frustration. Frustration? What did they use on first date? Frustration, jealousy, and it was something else. Now,
I can't remember.
The frustration can also be jealousy. All right. Now, it's not like I don't like this person, but you're kind of jealous of what's going on because of this person. Like that's what frustration is. Like, if I'm in a situation and I've been getting paid this much, and this new girl comes in, she getting all the attention and she getting paid more than me, I'm gonna be frustrated because all the work I put in. But why am I frustrated? Because somebody else is getting paid. Now, there's a reason why she's getting paid more though. We can't get mad at her. We can't get, you can't, I get it. I'm not in that situation. All right. So let me just say that. But the fact that the reason why the WNBA didn't get the eyes and looks is because people didn't think it was that entertaining compared to NBA and stuff like that. The type of way that Caitlin Clark plays, obviously there are other women in WNBA that does it, but obviously the game in the NBA is so much different than the game in WNBA because guys are more skilled, more athletic, all that stuff. What Caitlin Clark did in college in this new media era, more people are got YouTube TV, more people got iPhones, there's more access to watch games. The performances she put on against these elite teams with our team that's not even to that elite category, kind of like what Larry Bird was when he was in college in Indiana, she put the league on, she put the old college on notice. So all I did was transition to the WNBA. And to be honest with you, if you are humble in the situation, you will be grateful and be like, okay, I need to cherish this moment and ride the momentum and not be frustrated. Why am I frustrated? We finally look, when I was doing the thumbnail for the show, right? And I put Caitlin Clark and Kennedy on the cover, right? Kennedy might look at this young like, oh, now they want to talk about me. But we're talking about you. Like my whole thing is like we're actually talking about you. I get where you're coming from. We're just like, oh, now y'all want to talk. Okay, then if you don't want me to talk, I just want to talk, period. But the fact that we are talking, it's about, all right, cool. Let me take advantage of this moment because I do want to get paid more, and this is an opportunity for me to get paid more. So I feel like people could be frustrated, but to carry on the frustration, I don't think it's humble. I don't think that's a humble move.
I agree with that sentiment. I think the only thing that I may disagree with is them. I'm trying to remember what you said. It's crazy.
Why you? I think I can probably help you out. The difference between Angel Reese and the Dame situation is the fact that the college hype of the player that he got drafted with didn't come over into the league with him.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? It's kind of like Larry Bird and Magic. If you ever watched the Lakers Showtime on HBO, it was always a little personal thing between them two, and it was more so Larry because Magic got the best of them in that college game. So it's always going to be like that based upon how we came into the league. Angel Reese feels like a little bit of what Caitlin Clark, the shine that she got, is because of me too. Like it's a little bit of me being there. Like without that LSU run and that whole media hype of me putting the ring up, a lot of people know about your threes, but I got the spotlight put on us because I did this. You know what I'm saying? Like that added our rivalry added to what the WNBA is right now. That rivalry is why they got the marketability, why they went out and did everything that they're doing right now because of our rivalry. If she would have went number 2, Angel, I think you wouldn't have to talk too much about it because you would have went number 2. But the fact that you fail in the draft hurts a little bit. It dims your light just a little because you fail. But again, I know where she's coming from because she like, look, I need a little bit of shine too because I was balling as well, and not just me. My teammate just won in South Carolina. Now, when Camilla get back out on the court and start balling too, it's gonna be a lot. So I think she more so talking for herself, 90% for herself, but 10% for her teammates as well. It's like, look, we all had to experience the cloud that is Caitlin Clark. We all are part of a historic WNBA draft. Yes, she's good, but y'all need to talk about us too.
Yeah, I think that's kind of sort of where I was going to go with that. Thank you, Tomo. You definitely helped refresh what I was about to say. But it's not. Yes, I agree with you, Joe, that maybe she should not have said that. I do agree that maybe she shouldn't have said that. But I understand why she said it. I said it in the last 2 questions. Caitlin Clark is not the only rookie that needs to be talked about. I literally Angel Reese had a historic month. No one in WNBA history had the numbers that she had. Cameron Brink also had a historic month, and she could possibly be the defensive player of the year as a rookie. She's averaging like 2 or 3 blocks a game right now. So there are other women, other young ladies that are doing what they need to do in the WNBA. And it's also something to be said because of the excitement of the game. that's another reason why some may be frustrated because they feel like the game was already exciting. But I agree with you, Joe, that Caitlin Clark brings more excitement because I mentioned it about the Steph Curry thing. She's pretty much the Steph Curry of the NBA because the way she plays is going to change the way that the other women that are start to grow up, because we seen it with Steph. We called it with Steph. We said, look, it's going to change. It's going to be more people shooting more threes. And what happened? Teams are averaging 20 to 25 threes a game, just about.
Celtics attempt 50. They like, we gonna shoot 50 a game.
It's happening, and that's going to happen in WNBA as well. So I kind of disagree, but I agree in the fact that it's because it take advantage of the moment. Take advantage of the moment. But I think these ladies are feeling like this moment should have been here. I think that's why they're frustrated. They just feel like the moment should have been here, and they don't like the fact that that the media is more so automatically saying it's simply because of Caitlin Clark. Now, Caitlin Clark has been the reason why Indiana Fever are getting watched a lot more. The team was terrible last year, which is why they were in position to be the #1 overall pick. And they're only 2-9, but 3 or 4 of their games have averaged about 1.5 million views. So they're getting watched a lot, and the team is not that good, and it's simply because of her. So I like I said, I agree, but I also disagree because it's other things, other women that want to be seen in the light and wanted to be talked about as well before Caitlin Clark got there. So I understand their frustration.
But why get mad at me for not watching you? Think about that. You mad at me because I ain't watching. Something I chose to do. I chose. I'm not talking about me personally.
Hey,
talking about people that weren't watching. Period. Joe. You mad at me because you're playing a sport and I wasn't watching because I wasn't interested in watching, and you're getting mad at me for that. And because someone that I was interested in college went to your league, now I'm like, oh, because I like this player, I'm going to follow her into this league. And now everybody's not only watching this player, we also watching you now, and you and you and you, and you get mad. It's like, yo, I get it, but at the end of the day, is everybody right if they're gonna watch a game or not? That's how it is. It's like people getting mad at Matt. All right, look, this is not the same example. It's not the because they didn't battle in a tournament like LSU and Iowa did. De'Aaron Fox and Lonzo Ball, right? Lonzo Ball was the 2nd overall pick. De'Aaron Fox was the 5th overall pick. De'Aaron Fox and Lonzo Ball played twice. Twice they played. Lonzo Ball was getting all this hype. Fox destroyed them twice. Did anybody talk about Fox in the NBA? No. Lonzo Ball got all the talk. But did Fox come out and say, y'all, I mean, look at me. Me too. Fox ain't do none of that. Because your game will show itself eventually. You don't have to bring the media to you. That's how I'm looking at it. Because if I decide I don't want to watch the game Fox, because I heard about Lonzo Ball through the internet, I'm gonna go watch Lonzo Ball. Now De'Aaron Fox is playing Lonzo Ball, and he cooked. I'm like, oh snap, Fox is cooked. Fox is good. Oh, I might start watching Fox more now. That's why I'm like, take advantage. If you play her, ball out, cook. Because not only they watching Caitlin, they're watching you. And guess what? You're good. They're gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna start watching her too. Oh, I'm gonna start watching her too. So that's where I'm coming from. Why get frustrated? It's kind of like you're having a pity party. All right, I get it. In the moment, you're frustrated, but you carry on to that frustration. I disagree with that 100%. And my last example: if I'm working at a job, right? I'm working at a job, and our job is entertainment. Let's say we R2L. We doing R2L. We've been doing R2L for 2.5 years. Work hard. A lot of editing. A lot of the shows we got to prep for. All that stuff, right? And then out of nowhere, we get a big YouTube star come on our show, and all of our ratings go up, and they're like, man, this person brought all the ratings. I'm not going to go in there and be like, don't forget about, hey, I've been doing it. Yeah, I've been doing it for 2.5 years. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to cherish the moment. I'm glad this dude on. He can get all the shine he want. Give me the money.
Now, Joe. I'm what's the name? We're going to peel back a little bit of the layer. He come on here and bring them ratings. I'm with the money, but they don't come on here and start talking like you made the show though.
But is Caitlin doing that though?
That's when it get different.
Is Caitlin doing that though?
Caitlin's not doing that.
Caitlin is not doing that. That's everybody else saying that. Now people in the R2L chat is saying like, oh, this person. So I'm like,
I get what you're saying, but in Caitlin's situation, she's not saying it. But everybody, you gotta think these people, they people too. So the media's doing it. Then that means their family section will be like, man, since that girl got in the league, since that girl, and now
Is
it's
that
in
not
their
true?
head. Huh?
All right, if Caitlin Clark was not in this league, would they be on Charlotte Flash
No,
right
it's
now?
true, but at the end of the day, you gotta think you've been
Joe,
doing this for your whole life, and now somebody just
Yes.
show up, and now your
Joe.
whole family's just
So,
like, hey, bro,
so
like since they showed up,
the charter flights deal has been in there for about
Yeah,
5 years now.
yeah, that's I heard Malcolm must say that, but soon,
So
but
it's not
come on
something
now,
that she just brought
let's
up.
keep it
It's
up.
not something that happened just because she got here. It got sped up because she's here.
Yes,
But it's
tremendously too.
not all because of her. That's
I never said all, but Caitlin, if she was not in the league right now, they wouldn't be on. They most likely would be on Charlotte Flights right now. That's all I'm saying. Like the viewership wouldn't be high. So all I'm saying is, like, I get it. You get frustrated for a moment, but you carry on to the frustration. Hold on. Hey, look, I gotta read this comment, bro, because hey, Tomo, you don't know my pain, bro.
he probably
Hey,
still
look,
typing. Don't worry about it. He
my
like this.
goodness.
If
hey,
he
look,
saying
I
that about
stumbled.
you, imagine
I
the
stumbled.
confusion I'm getting.
That's what I'm saying. I stumbled in. First thing I noticed, the Kings of Command background with a gluten for the bro.
What a glut of a punishment.
Gluten, I
That's
said
funny.
gluten, bro. I haven't witnessed. I'm in Boston right now. They talking about we're gonna win the championship parade. I've never seen a parade in my life. That's another topic, man.
Wow.
But my whole you too, Tombo. But my whole thing.
You see me, J-Mo? Yeah.
You need to cover that Dallas logo too. Talking about you need to do this. The Mets is the worst team in the league right now too. Like
you
the
see
Wizards.
me, bro? Yeah, we just gonna do the show like this.
But like all I'm saying is, if a guy come on here, a big YouTuber, and he gets all the credit, bro. If you watch the show long enough, you will know my talents. I don't have to let you know how good I am. Just watch the show. And guess what? You're gonna be like, you know what? This dude Joe good. And you're gonna start watching all the old clips. Oh, this dude, I thought he was actually good. But hey, bro, you want to join the YouTube channel? Let me know. Because we trying to get them ratings up. But anyways, go ahead, y'all.
We agree with you, Joe. We just saying like these players who've been working at this all their life have been waiting for this moment. And it's like, all right, the only thing y'all gonna talk about is this one player. Like, even in that game, if Angel Reese or any other, let's say any other player go for 40, they're not gonna talk about her dropping 40. They're gonna talk about the foul.
But Tomo, the people who already cover the WNBA, the people who already watch R2L, we'll talk about Joe, Dave, and Tomo. But the people who are watching R2L because it's new YouTube guy, they're going to talk about the new YouTube guy. Just like the people who are watching the WNBA for Caitlin Clark, they're going to talk about Caitlin Clark. But make sure y'all watch us too while you watching Caitlin Clark. You want to watch us. You will see how good we are once you watch this Caitlin Clark girl. That's why I'm not tripping. It's like new guys that's talking about Caitlin Clark, not the old guys. Now you told me the old WNBA shows only talking about Caitlin Clark. You got a point. Because y'all know our worth. Y'all been watching us. These people, Steve, shout out to Monica Manut. You want me talking about this 3 years ago.
And
Shout out to Monica never saying that.
And that was big facts.
I think that's why they deleted that segment off of their page.
Hey,
you know the segment not on the page. I think that's why they deleted it.
Hey, so that's what I'm saying. Tomo Dave is like, yo, the people who are really talking about her are the new guys on the block who don't know nothing about WNBA. Because like we just said, if they knew who Kennedy Carter was, they won't make a big deal out of what she did to Caitlin Clark. So clearly they only watching because of Caitlin Clark.
But it's not. So I guess where we differ is because it's not new people. These are people that played in the sport or have already had the platform. That's the issue. First take is the platform.
First take don't watch the WNBA. We know that for a fact.
But that's what we're
I'm
saying.
I'm gonna tell you like this, Joe.
Yeah, they don't watch it. We can't get it.
We're not even just gonna say but we're not even just going. First take is one, but what is her name?
Shini Ogumke.
There we go. She plays in the WNBA.
Okay.
I have not seen too many WNBA segments on NBA Live, that ESPN show, since it started, and she plays in the NBA. They now have segments, so that's a moment right there where it's like one of our own players who's on the platform who could bring up topics. Not saying she has the hierarchy to be like, all right, let's talk about this segment. But now that it's the hot thing, They gave them a whole segment now. And shout
Yeah,
out to the
Tom,
doghouse for putting them ladies in the dog yard too. Shout out to you, Dave.
but Tomo, she can't pick the segments. Like the segments are on there because of the ratings of the WNBA now. The topic is so hot. So they throw it on there. And y'all notice these WNBA girls that's doing stuff, they take that Monica McNutt. What's the first thing she said? They said, it got put up to a flagrant one. What's going on? She said, forget all that, blah, blah, blah. But I just want everybody to know that this ain't how the whole WNBA is. All they do is to protect the WNBA. When they talk about WNBA, about any topic, they always say, make sure you watch the whole thing. When they were doing the draft, they kept saying, yeah, Caitlin Clark is this and that. But what's that girl named, Dave, that responded to your story? What's her name? That replied to your story.
Andrea Carter.
Andrea Carter, if they would have borrowed on the segment, she would have been like, yeah, it should have been a flagrant one. But you gotta watch these other girls. And she started naming other girls. They always use those little moments that ESPN now want to talk about the NBA to shine light on the whole league. They always do that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, they not mad at
it before.
Huh?
They could have been doing that before.
But it's not them. Yeah, ESPN could have been doing it before, but it wasn't a popular sport. It's a popular sport because of Caitlin Clark. But we're gonna use Caitlin Clark to shine a light on everybody else. So y'all want to keep on Caitlin Clark? That's fine. But while we talk about Caitlin Clark, we're gonna also, our WNBA girls gonna do this. We're gonna also talk about this person, that person, that person. That's all I'm saying. Like, use the opportunity. You got the spotlight on you now. If it's because of Caitlin Clark, so what? Take advantage of the spotlight. That's all I'm saying.
They not like us.
All right, man.